All right, welcome back, Wildcats. Mr. Bell's Wildcat math class. Trying to finish up this semester one review. Where are we at? Number 61.
Dubs up.
What's up? For the discriminant, negative 8 squared minus 4 times 5 times 7. So, identify the number of solutions and their type. So what do we got? 64 minus, what was that, 120? No, 140?
Two imaginary.
So it'd be a negative something, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
Two imaginary.
76? So two complex solutions, right?
What was imaginary? You have to say complex.
Well, complex isn't, imaginary numbers are complex.
Okay.
Or,
But if it's complex, how is it imaginary?
Because imaginary falls into complex.
yeah, remember? You got real numbers and imaginary numbers, and then together they're all complex.
Yeah.
And the e's in there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you'll see.
No,
E's a number.
He's not a number.
Okay. 62. Well, let's go over this. What if we got 0? What if we got 0 for our discriminant?
One real.
Repeating solution.
One real solution, repeating, I like it. And what if we got a positive number? Two real solutions. Okay, good. Why can B never be the answer?
Because you can't.
You can't have one real and one complex solution.
Why?
Because they're not under the same category.
Because
Because
if
when
you
it's
have
zero,
an
it's
imaginary number, it needs to have a pair.
Remember, complex numbers come in pairs. So it's impossible just to have one complex solution. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so 62, write a quadratic function in standard form having the zeros of -7 and 2. So they're telling us that x equals -7 and 2. And they want us to write the equation. So to go from the zeros to factored form, it's x minus the zeros. So x minus -7 will give us x plus 7 and x minus 2. So that's factored form, and they want it in standard form, so we got to multiply it out. So x squared minus 2x plus 7x minus 14 will give us x squared plus 5x minus 14. So that is D. Okay, good. Solve number 63. X squared minus 6x minus 4 is less than 12. So let's make this equal to 0, or less than 0, so we'll subtract the 12 over. So I got x squared minus 6x minus 16 is less than 0. And then can we factor that?
8 and
Negative 8 and 2. So x minus 8 and x plus 2 is less than 0. So we're going to have, it's going to be equal to 0 when when x is 8 and -2. So put those numbers on number line, and 8. And now check the regions. We got 3 regions we're going to check. This one, and this one. Okay? And I just want to see is the number less than 0. I don't care what the value is when I plug it in. I just want to know is it positive or negative. So we'll plug in a -3. That'll cover this region over here, right? So if I plug in a -3 here, that'll give me a negative number. If I plug in a -3 here, that'll give me a negative number. What's negative times negative?
Positive.
Not less than 0. So this section won't work. What number can we plug in here?
0.
Plug in 0 is a good one. So then you end up with -8 times 2.
And positive. So negative and positive.
-8 times 2 will give me -16, which is less than 0. So this section works. And we'll plug in a 9 or 10, whatever. So that'll give you a positive. 10 here will give you a positive. Positive times positive is positive, not less than 0, so this section won't work. So the only numbers that work are from -2 to 8, not including either one of them. So you get parentheses on both sides.
How do you draw like the union thing? Like if there was two,
The U?
and then the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be negative infinity to -2, union 8 to infinity.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's the next problem actually. So 64. So A times C is -15. Two numbers multiplied to -15 but add up to -2. -5 and 3. So we'll split the middle term. 3x squared minus 5x plus 3x minus 5. Group it by 2's. What can I pull out of the first grouping?
X.
An x. That'll leave 3x minus 5. What can I pull out of the second grouping?
1.
Plus 1. That'll leave 3x minus 5. What's inside the parentheses is the same. That means we did it right. So 3x minus 5 and x plus 1. All this is greater than or equal to 0. So x is going to be equal to 0 when it's 5/3 or -1. So number line, -1, 5/3. Make sure you don't put them on the number line in the order you wrote them down. Make sure they're in the right order on your number line. All right, so what number should we check over here? -2. So plug a -2 in here. That'll give me a negative number. I'll plug a -2 in here. That'll give me
Negative.
a negative number, right? Negative times negative is
Positive.
positive, greater than 0. So this section works. Plug in a 0. Right? 0's in here, yeah? So if we plug in a 0 here, I'll get -5 times 1, which is -5. Not greater than 0, so this section does not work. And
2.
plug in a 2. So we'll get a positive number. 6 minus 5 is 1. And then another positive. Positive times positive is greater than 0, so that works. So our answers are all these numbers and all these numbers. So negative infinity to -1, including the -1, union 5/3 to infinity. Choice D. Okay. Nobody? 65. Paula is standing, we might do 60, no, we'll do 65 next time. Paula is standing on a bridge that is 110 feet above the water below. So let's try to draw that here. So she's standing on a bridge, water below, this is 110. We can draw a boat later. She kicks a pebble over the edge of the bridge and it hits the top of a 24-foot high bridge guard. So there's a bridge guard here that's 24 feet tall. She kicks a pebble off and it hits right there. The quadratic equation that models the path of the pebble is P of t is equal to -16t squared plus 48t plus 110. Okay? Where t is the time in seconds and p is the height of the pebble. So question number 65 says, how long to the nearest 1/100th of a second did it take for the pebble to hit the bridge guard? So p is the height of the pebble, right? So I'm going to solve for time. It's telling me to the nearest 1/100th of a second. So what am I going to make this equal to? when it hits the bridge curve? 24? The height of the pebble will be 24 when it hits it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So equals negative 16t squared plus 48t plus 110. So it's quadratic when you set it equal to 0. Minus 24, minus 24. So 0 is equal to negative 16t squared plus 48t plus 86. 86. All right, so I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking for my calculator right now.
You want to use mine?
No? I want you to use yours.
Okay.
So let's graph this. Negative 16x squared plus 48x plus 86. So basically, negative 16x squared plus 48x plus 86. Okay? And it should be an upside down parabola because a is a negative. So let's change our window. We need to see a little higher for sure. Y max. She's how high? 110 feet. So let's make it 120. Let's see what happens. Okay. So it looks like that's probably in this scenario, the 86. And this is when it hits the ground. That's what we need to solve for. So, and I already put in, notice I put in y2, 0 for y equals 0. That's the x-axis, right? So we're going to find the intersection point between the x-axis.
Right.
So second calc, intersect. And we just want to move it close. Hit enter 3 times. And 4.26 seconds. So C. So T is equal to 4.26 seconds. Any questions on how I got that? Y'all can do that on the exam.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hope so.
So too.
If they have negative seconds, then I'll use the plugger.
You could also just plug the answers in. Two negative.
Yeah.
All right, so let's end this video. Hope you all have a great day.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.